Gun Talk with LT, episode 27. This episode is brought to you by Gwop.com, Gwop.com/shop. Alright, so we gonna get into it. Took a week off. Have a bunch of fucking episodes this week. Shit's gonna be crazy. So the first thing we're gonna get into, there's this artist that I discovered on Twitter. I seen her in a cypher. Then I seen a bunch of freestyles on her page. So I'm gonna play this one right here.
Yeah, right. Keep it real, I always could body shit. Santa Claus coming, I'm probably the naughty list. Roberto Cavalli fits, commercially model shit. 50,000 something followers, virtually I'm legit bullshit. What you think of that? I ain't make it yet. I know if God give it, he could take it back. I'm in a Han Civic and some Vapor Max, trying to make a rack out of 100 like where my paper at. Look, I don't mind signing a deal. I mind mine in the field. Cotton picking, the dripping designer heels. Never mind them where your chicken can pay your designer bills. But I don't go attack it, it's a classic OD. But if I don't own my masters, then my masters own me. This how rapping gon' be. A lot of rappers don't see. A lot of fabricating shit, a lot of capping on beats. Listen to that.
Jeez. Okay. Some bars. That was Lady London. You don't really see that often. You don't see rappers just spitting bars and throwing away quality bars on Twitter, on freestyles like that. I feel like female rappers are stepping this shit up. These dudes need to step their shit up, including myself, because I don't know, man. Yeah, there's some there's some niggas doing their shit lyrically out there, but we don't. I don't see. It doesn't seem like niggas is promoting themselves the best these days. The lyrical rappers, that is, the face tattooed rappers and the mumble rappers. Them niggas is king at promo. So them niggas is running shit right now. Like, okay, so let's get to the news real quick. Let me handle all the fucking news. Then I could talk my opinion pieces. 21 Savage was released from, because he was, okay, so everybody knows the story right now. 21 Savage was originally from the UK. He got arrested by ICE, the immigration service thingy, whatever. They arrested him, had him detained for a while because his visa expired. He was released, he's held on bond, and they're pretty much going through the deportation process currently, and we don't know what's going on with that, so that's pending. I hope he doesn't get deported, but everybody seems like it's going that direction right now. There's some weird shit going on with 21, to be completely real. He was in that Vlad interview a while back saying how his father was a crackhead and he wasn't there like that, and that's where you first learned of crack and all that shit. But later to find out that his father's actually a doctor. What's his name? Dr. Amsu Anpu. He was in the Breakfast Club several times with two other doctors. Angela Yee spilled the beans, and Charlamagne was like, "Oh, we're supposed to keep that a secret," and that was just weird. That raised a lot of eyebrows, made a lot of YouTube videos. YouTube conspiracy videos were spawned because of that. Now everyone's like, "What's going on?" People are calling 21 Savage an industry plant because they trying to say he made up his past to try to act like he was someone different and he's really from London and yada yada yada. But he's been in the America since he's been in Atlanta since he was 7 years old. There was kids that remember going to elementary school with him. He grew up in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta. He could have been born in wherever the hell he was born. So people are speculating with some island that it belongs to the UK, but it wasn't actually like in like London. But I don't know. I don't know where he was born. It doesn't actually matter at this point. He's from Atlanta. The only reason why it matters is because he can get deported. But other than that, the man's from Atlanta. I don't know what he did with his that story about his father, because his father is a doctor. And he's somewhat renowned because he was on the Breakfast Club and they're somewhat famous. These guys give some sort of speeches in places, and I don't know the extent of his fame. I should have probably done my research, but he's been on the Breakfast Club a bunch of times. Maybe he was talking about his stepfather. Who knows? I don't know. It's speculation at this point. We'll just see if he gets deported or not. Because if he gets deported and he has to live in a country he's never actually lived in, he was a little kid when he lived in that country, that's not going to be okay. Yeah, one camera today. Lazying it up. Okay, so Bow Wow and his girlfriend got arrested for this domestic dispute. This is old news. But it's not old news because there's videos coming out of the altercation in the elevator. And before, I was on Twitter saying, yeah, Bow Wow took a W for this one because, yeah, he got marked up on his face. And people were saying, yeah, he took the L and he didn't fight. And, you know, his girl whooped his ass. But that's not a bad thing in my mind. And it should be in everybody's mind that it's not a bad thing that he didn't fight his woman. Not supposed to, you know, fight women. The fuck is that? But we seen the elevator footage. And he was really aggressive with the bit. I mean, I don't want to call it that. he was very aggressive with the girl. And he was like grabbing stuff out of her hands and getting up in her face the way you shouldn't get up in a woman's face, being real aggressive, like he wanted to scrap. So whatever happened to him, kind of he was deserved, and all that aggression shouldn't have. That I don't know what actually happened off camera that ensued in those marks on Bow's face, but at the same time, it's like you shouldn't be doing that. You're out of line. You're out of pocket for them ones. I don't know if the thing is he got out and she's still in, and I don't know if he's pressing charges, but they should just drop that. They should let that go and move on. Because at the end of the day, Bow Wow didn't. Well, to the story to this day, Bow Wow did not touch her. She scratched up his face or whatever. Bow Wow can just hold that and just move on. It's not necessary to press charges. And if he didn't touch her, she could just move on. And it doesn't tarnish anybody's name, really. It's life. I don't feel like there should be anybody like actually bringing up charges and going forward with this. That's unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. Yo, that Tekashi 6ix9ine commercial, that shit was super trash. I don't know what the fuck that was. He shot that before he went in jail, obviously. He's ratting. Super ratting right now. Spend 20 racks or something? To like, I don't know why he would be out in that type of information for he's not getting any reduction in his time. They're still throwing the book at him, and he's just throwing the whole operation under the bus by telling everything.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
Academics dropped a song with him, with Tekashi 6ix9ine. Academics rap name's Lil Ac. I never heard the track. I'm not gonna listen to the track. I have no interest in listening to Academics' rap career, to be honest, but he put out that song on the heels of him being outed as a snitch. I don't understand that. I wouldn't be so quick to be like, I don't care if you have a buzz or whatever, but if you've just been outed as a snitch and confirmed and verified as a snitch, you got that blue check as a snitch, why am I going to be dropping a track with you just because you have a buzz and I can get views? What? I would have kept that shit in the folder on the fucking computer that it was on. That made no sense for him to drop that track. It's like, is attention that necessary?
Fuck out of here. Fuck.
Well, you got to get them views.
Fuck out of here.
All right, so more domestic abuse in this episode. And reporting this shit. Okay, so Justine Skye reveals domestic abuser was Sheck West. And Sheck West, not West, there's no T. Sheck West. Internet goes in on this nigga and he made a bunch of statements claiming or thinking he's more poppin' than he was, denying that he was the abuser, and then going on a, Twitter little rampage talking shit about how important he was to the culture. Maybe I should just read some of the tweets. Let me read a tweet. I know I've really changed and shifted the culture to the point name dropping Sheck West give you clout. All praises to the Most High. And after this tweet, everybody went in on him. Everybody went in on him. I don't even want to read the amount of tweets of people going in on him, saying his ego is bigger than his talent, and he didn't do shit for the culture, and only little white kids, 5-6-year-old white kids listen to his music, and he has one hit, and yada yada yada. I don't know. That's messy, because I remember Justine Skye having an interview on The Breakfast Club getting very emotional about domestic abuse, but she never named the person. She said it was a rapper or something, or someone famous, but she never named the person. And now it's being outed as Sheck West, and for him to just come out and deny it and get on the offensive, this is a sticky situation. Too much domestic abuse in today's day and age. That's what I'm taking from this. It's like, yeah, there's all these messy incidents and there's all these celebrities and whatever, but it's like there's just too much incidents. Even the NFL, every other week there's some NFL player. Oh. Okay, yeah, so every other week there's an NFL player getting outed for domestic abuse or some domestic violence, something. Kareem Hunt got dropped from the Kansas City Chiefs, pretty much the best team in the league. If they had him, they probably would have won the Super Bowl. They released him, and 2 days ago or a day ago, he just got picked up by the Browns. They signed him. He's still not even eligible to play until the NFL disciplines him, but the Browns still signed him. Right back in it. Domestic abuse, but it wasn't even domestic abuse. He basically soccer kicked a girl in a hotel that was trying to fight his girl or some shit like that, but he didn't really actually kick her. It was like the lightest little kick. Nonetheless, it was still violence against a woman, but it wasn't no Ray Rice left hook to his girlfriend type shit in the elevator type shit. It wasn't none of that. Shit is crazy. Too much of it, though. Entirely too much of it. Yo, I'm shooting this episode entirely too late. It is 4 a.m. Gotta get these shits out, though. Gotta get these shits out. Okay, so I didn't write down all of my topics. Yo, this episode is gonna be rough. Going to be rough. Okay, so Joe Budden. Okay. The Game claims he fucked Sin and he has a sex tape and it was in the past or yada yada yada. And I don't know why, but Joe Budden chose to speak on it after Maul, Maul from the podcast, his friend, insisted he did not speak on it because it was pointless and it would just drive attention and it would give Game the clout that he was looking for. Joe Budden spoke on it on the podcast, giving him the attention, making the Breakfast Club report on it, doing all of that. And he said he didn't care. He did not care about anything his female did in the past. What he said was he does not care about what people do before him. So if he's in a relationship or he's meeting a new girl, he does not care about her history before he was in the picture, which is a very mature outlook, but that's not for a lot of people, including myself. I actually do care about the history. I got to get the Carfax at some point because it can't be too extensive. It can't be, you can't deal with certain things like that. You can't be getting called up by rappers because your girl has a history. He didn't even ask her. That's weird. So he didn't even ask her. Doesn't even care. Joe, salute to you. You're a mature ass motherfucker. But it seemed like you care when you were talking on the podcast, going in on the game for 40 something minutes. Yikes. That's how Kanye must feel when everybody talks about Kim. Because everybody sat on Vlad's couch talking about Kim. From Scott Storch to Nick Cannon to Game talking about her on a new record, or Wendy Williams, or too much of it. Too much blatant disrespect. Gotta stomach that though. He signed up for it, Chup. Oh shit. Okay, so Chris Brown versus Offset. Chris Brown versus Offset. Chris Brown did not even disrespect 21 Savage when he posted that meme. He posted a meme saying, y'all, this ain't even right, or something, or y'all do this to the man, or something. He just basically posted the meme and basically said it wasn't right that y'all doing this. And Offset jumped out the window and said, this shit lame. Or so he basically, I don't know what the fuck he said. I can't remember. My memory's trash. And then Chris Brown went back and forth with him. He gave him his address. Offset didn't want the smoke. No one's really traveling to someone's address to fucking fight randomly off of some bullshit off of Instagram. I believe if they did fight one-on-one, which wouldn't ever happen because there's too many niggas and entourages and too much fucking security and all of that. But if they did fight one-on-one and I had to bet my money, I'm betting Chris Brown. And I think most people would. He just seems like he can fight more. Seems like he's more athletic. He seems like he can fight. That's what it comes down to. It doesn't seem like Offset really that coordinated. I don't know, man. A lot of these rappers can't even throw punches. It's pathetic out here. I'm going to have to wrap up this episode soon. This episode was super, super trash. Yikes. Yo, I got a bunch of episodes of Ball Talk Daily that y'all need to subscribe to on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all that shit. Ball Talk Daily, Monday through Friday. Basketball talk, unfiltered, either rants, me just talking about myself, just ranting, or debate. Sometimes there's guests, sometimes I take callers. But Monday through Friday, Ball Talk Daily. Subscribe. All right. What else we doing with this episode before I wrap this shit up? Oh, the Jussie Smollett attack. Okay, so that guy lied. That guy lied on the MAGA people. He lied on racist people. I don't know why you would start that. I don't know why you would race bait like that and say it was a hate crime and they hung you by a noose and they did all sorts of stuff that didn't actually happen. Like, yeah, he was beat up, but it was over some other shit from some club. Well, I don't even know if I can't even confirm that as a truth, but as the story gets tied together, it's seeming more and more like the nightclub altercation that it was reported to be, more than the whole. It was not. There was no MAGA people seen, or none of the incident that he described took place. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, it's the actor from Empire. He was allegedly attacked, beat up. He was beat up and attacked. It was confirmed, but allegedly attacked by racist white Trump supporters wearing MAGA hats, calling him a nigger and a faggot and hanging him by a noose and all sorts of hate crime shit. I don't know the specifics, but that was his allegations. That's what he brought to the forefront. And as time goes on, the lies get unraveled. Blunt Talk. That's that what this shit is. Blunt Talk with LT, episode 27.